Driving innovation, delivering affordability, that is the mantra of this over 25-year-old company that started with 10,000 rupees. While it may have had humble beginnings, the present is full of potential and promise. A fully integrated biotechnology company that on the day of its listing had a market value of over $1 billion. The future looks good. It promises to unlock more shareholder value through its insulin initiative, its contract manufacturing business as well as domestic formulations. From a garage operation, Biocon is today one of India's leading fully integrated healthcare companies with revenues of over 2,000 crore rupees. While Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw has spent the past 2 decades charting out her corporate destiny, she's also tried to make Biocon a vehicle for change. Being in the business of health gave Kiran a first-hand insight into the failings of India's healthcare system. Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw is a regular on the corporate power list. She's also a regular on the richest Indians list. But she's made it to another list that's not talked about very often, the altruistic business leaders list. While it does seem to sound pretentious, to put it simply, Kiran believes she has a social responsibility, a responsibility to make a difference to human life. And so she set up the Biocon Foundation in 2004, pretty much the same time that Biocon tapped the capital markets. Through the Biocon Foundation, Kiran has been trying to create awareness about public health and sanitation. But now the focus is on creating infrastructure to bridge the wide gap, especially at the primary healthcare level. Arogya Raksha Yojana clinics are her way of bridging the deficit. Kiran, many thanks for joining us on the Heart of Business. Let me start by asking you about the Biocon Foundation. What was the rationale behind starting the foundation when you started it in 2004? What were you hoping to achieve through this?
The Biocon Foundation was something I started immediately after we IPO'd.
That's right.
And, to me, I felt that having created wealth, it was very important for me to share this wealth with the community.
Was there a clear roadmap? Was there a clear blueprint in terms of what you hope to achieve through the foundation?
Well, there was a lot of thinking behind what we were going to do through this foundation. It is a foundation that I have created with my personal wealth, and then Biocon partners me in many programs that are relevant and which we feel as a company we should be supporting.
So it's not an annual sort of, sum that goes in from Biocon towards the foundation?
Well, we haven't really fixed on the kind of annual amount, except from my personal point of view. Sure. I know that I contribute almost 30% of my dividends to this foundation. So, when we conceptualized this whole foundation, I felt I had to look at some area where we could do something that was transformational.
Right.
And being in the healthcare sector, we felt that, healthcare is one big challenge for this country.
How do you actually see corporate social responsibility? And do you think that, it is your responsibility to partner with the state to deliver on things like education, healthcare? Where the state fails, do you think it is your responsibility to pick up?
The way I've looked at it is that, business is very mercenary and you've got to balance it with some missionary aspect.
Okay.
And to me, corporate social responsibility is really getting that balance right. That you've got to make sure that you invest in the community that supports your business.
Right.
I also believe that having a prosperous community also helps your business. So, it's inclusive growth in the best possible way.
Well, you've been around with the Biocon Foundation for about 5 years now. I'm sure you've gone through a self-evaluation exercise in terms of just how effective the foundation has been. What have been the big lessons learned so far?
I think whenever you partner with other organizations, it's very important to get complete alignment with the partner. It's also about personalities and how passionate they are about what you're trying to do. But the moment there is a change of people, right, or that, suddenly the organization starts sort of looking at other opportunities,
right,
you lose that shared interest.
And because there's no sort of institutionalized framework in that sense. How does it work? Because it really depends on how the CEO is driving it or how, the top management is actually driving these initiatives.
Well, the person who heads Biocon Foundation, Rani Desai, she actually has been the one who's really been driving all these programs for us, and I think she also has learnt the hard way. And now we are trying to systematize everything we do. So, for instance, this whole micro health insurance program works in the form of a network of clinics anchored by a large hospital. So, the kind of, association and relationships that we have with these hospitals has now been very systematized. The way we work in terms of setting up new clinics and how these clinics are to be set up, that's been systematized. And that is why I think this is the first year we are seeing a good level of success.
The 7 ARY clinics built so far are in remote areas of Karnataka and charge a nominal consultancy fee of 5 rupees. These primary healthcare facilities offer clinical care, a pharmacy stocked with generic drugs which are available at discounted rates. The Biocon Foundation has also set up a laboratory for basic diagnostic tests and mobile medical service facilities. Each clinic serves a population of 50,000 people living within a range of 10 kilometers.